young talented artists. During the past 2 decades, the foundation has supported several artists like Jitish Kalath, Irana, Riaz Komu, Shantamani, to name a few who are today well known in the art field. It has sponsored shows, instituted awards, an annual award at the Monsoon Show for Young Talents at Jahangir Art Gallery, Mumbai, and has, of very recent, sponsored Marishamachar's book, Haduva Rekegalu. We are always looking out for good art, irrespective of region. The KK Hebar Art Foundation has also produced a documentary, A Tryst with Hebar, Artist and Innovator, directed by Mani M. Mani, which encapsulates 50 years of Hebar's career. Our efforts were greatly supported by our brother, Ranna Hebar. A documentary on Hebar by Girish Kasarvali and another by Sudipta Bose will also be screened at the venue at selected times. I wish all of you would go and see them. The entire show and the book has been a collective effort. S.G. Vasudev, Balan Nambiar, Sheila Gowda, Ravi Kashi gave their inputs, which were invaluable to make this show one of its kind. We are happy to see so many of Hebar's collectors, admirers, eminent artists, writers, and art lovers in the audience, and those of you who have flown in from near and far. I can see Uta Redberg, Arvind Belal, Badri Narayan, Usha Rao, and many more who have really taken their trouble to be here this evening. I'm very grateful for them. We are very thankful to the Union Minister of Culture, Kumari Selja, and Shri Jawahar Sarkar, Secretary, Minister of Culture. Our thanks to Soba Nambisan. Thank you, Shobha, and your staff for keeping us on our toes and trying to bring the best out of us. I hope we have proved you. Our thanks to Vicky Desai, the exhibition designer, who with special support from Lena Vincent, has displayed the works with a sense of time and history. And I thank the media for giving us a good coverage, give more coverage, so more people come to know about this show, which will last for 2 months. We now present you with this retrospective show, which Rajini and myself have managed to collect together with the help of NGMA, Bengaluru, and Venkatappa Gallery, where more than 185 works of KK Hebar's original paintings and drawings are at the exhibition. And we hope our labor of love fulfills your expectations. Thank you.
Thank you, Srimati Rekha Rao. It is my great privilege to invite one of the most eminent artists of our times, Shri K.G. Subramanian, to release the KK Hebar publication and share his first-hand experience of knowing Hebar.
ವಂದನೆಗಳು ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ರೇಖಾರಾವ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಹಿರಿಯ ಖ್ಯಾತ ಕಲಾವಿದರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೆ.ಜಿ. ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯನ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗಿರುವುದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಷಯ. ಶ್ರೀ ಕೆ.ಜಿ. ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯನ್ ಅವರು KK ಹೆಬ್ಬಾರ್ ಅವರ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾರ್ ಅವರೊಂದಿಗಿನ ಒಡನಾಟವನ್ನು ವಿವರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
Honorable Minister and distinguished people on the dais and in the audience, I crave your indulgence to release the book first before I say a few words. You'll have to open it. though I still cherish the privilege of knowing him for long years. And since this book has been published, I do not have to talk about Hebbar very much today, and I wouldn't sort of take the kind of a privilege of doing it now. But then I think, to me, Hebbar is a kind of an iconic figure of this part of the country. He is not only an artist, but he has been an extremely devoted motivator of young talent. In fact, we came to know Hebbar at the time he got himself associated with the Faculty of Fine Arts, Baroda, where I was a young staff member. And from the time I knew how deep was his interest in giving a kind of a new sort of a direction to art education in India. If today there are a large number of artists, including those from this old town, who have international repute and are thought of as being creative men of the first water, I think you should give the credit to Hebbar, who brought them out in the initial stages. I have known many of them through Hebbar, because Hebbar gave them scholarships or wanted them to come to Baroda and interact with the other people there. And I have found it, that interaction, a very useful thing for myself to knowing the different parts of the country. I wish them all well, and I hope with this institution, which is coming up by leaps and bounds, they will probably make this city a major center of culture in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your good wishes. Yes.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಶ್ರೀ ಕೆ.ಜಿ. ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯನ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ.
I now request Shri Jawar Sarkar, IAS Secretary, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, to address the audience.
ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾರತ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಸಚಿವಾಲಯದ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಜವಾಹರ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಆಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Honorable Minister, the very respected Mr. K.J. Subramaniam, Chief Secretary, the two daughters of Mr. Hebbar on the stage who have organized it, eminent persons on the stage, and respected members of the audience. I will not stand between you and the exhibition, because as bureaucrats, our duty was to see that the act was done. It gives me immense pleasure today to be amidst you, because we had made up our minds when the NJM Bengaluru opened 2 years ago, that the first major retrospective that we wanted, or that all of you wanted, would be that of Hebbar. Now it's a very interesting personality. We are celebrating his centenary this year. And if I'm not mistaken, of the 85 years that he lived, he spent the major part outside Karnataka. But that did not dampen, that did not uproot his umbilical cord with the state. In the centenary year, by doing through this retrospective, we give him back his place, the most deserved place that he owes, that the state owes to him. It's a different matter that the national collection does not have too much of Hebbar's works. And that is one point where perhaps government needs to put its mind. Hebbar's works are scattered in many places, and we had to actually plead with the two sisters, and they have done an excellent job. I will just say a few words, not as a civil servant or whatever, but as one who has been interested, who has been impressed by the work of this great man. I remember the first acquaintance was, I think, either Bangladesh or Latur. He was a man passionately involved with what was going on, and his works on these had gripped us in my early days. And it's then that we came to discover the singing lines and the dancing lines. Even now, I took a sneak preview, and I stood mesmerized before some of his line drawings. If you observe the beauty, the rhythm of how just 10 or 12 minimalist lines convey a sense of dynamism, a sense of aesthetics in paintings like The Two Sisters. I just counted actually how many line strokes. He was almost as if he was restraining himself. And at the same time, he was making the lines play themselves out in a harmony and rhythm that he himself had imbibed when he was a student of, I think, Pandit Sundar Prasad. First 2 or 3 years, he had studied dance, and that is where that explains how this dynamism, how this flow, how this melody, the harmony that pervades most of his work comes in. He was greatly interested in classical music. I was told that in his Mumbai days, to go past M.S. Subbalakshmi's morning riyazes and keep imbibing the harmony that came. Having said that, I will now revert to my duty. I would take this occasion to congratulate not only Mr. Hebbar's daughters who have done a splendid job, and Shobha Nambisan, without whose forceful presence, if I put it, without whose dynamism this would not have been possible. But I take this occasion to congratulate the state government's chief secretary and the culture secretary, the previous chief secretary Sudhakar, the present chief secretary Ranganathan. They've all been great supporters of this establishment. In fact, NGMA Bengaluru is one of the finest examples of the partnership that can happen when both governments come together. From day one, we have worked as partners, and this is the living proof. We need to improve the facilities here. The software is in position. This is a gallery among the three that has the maximum amount of life in it, the best of the programs in it. I keep reading about them. I can hardly make the time to come, but I know because I have the position to compare, this has the maximum amount of life and vibrancy in it. But we do need to look at the infrastructure a little more. For instance, the air conditioning in this room is not so well. And Shobha, this is one point I think you need to perhaps remind us. Having said that, let me wish you a very good evening, and let me invite the Minister to say her words. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Jawahar Sarkar.
ವಂದನೆಗಳು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಸಚಿವಾಲಯದ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಿಗೆ.
I now request the Honorable Minister of Culture, Kumari Shelja, to deliver the inaugural address.
ಭಾರತ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಸಚಿವರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಶೆಲ್ಜಾ ಇವರನ್ನು ಉದ್ಘಾಟನಾ ಭಾಷಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ.
Shri K.G. Subramaniam ji, Shri Jawahar Sarkar, Secretary Culture, Shri S.V. Ranganath, Shri Ramesh Zalki, Ms. Rekha Rao, Ms. Rajani Prasanna, Ms. Shobha Nambisan, distinguished personalities, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a very happy occasion today. And I am indeed honored to be present at the inaugural event of the retrospective of one of the greatest renowned artists of our times, Shri K.K. Hebbar, especially in the presence of another great icon, Shri K.G. Subramaniam. Since this is the first retrospective to be organized by the Bangalore branch of NGMA, the event is particularly significant. In setting up the branches of NGMA in Mumbai as well as Bangalore, the government had envisaged that while retaining the national character, we should also add some regional flavor, and that would be indeed very desirable. In this context, holding of retrospective of K.K. Hebar, an artist who was born in Karnataka and who went on to win national and international acclaim, is very, very appropriate indeed. Today is also another special day as we celebrate our late Prime Minister Shri Rajiv Gandhi's birthday. It's been 20 years, but I don't think any one of us can forget his contribution during the short period that he was there as Prime Minister, his contribution to the world of art. How much he did, how many institutions he set up during that period, his personal interest. And he raised the level of art and culture in this country. So I think today is another special day, and we are fortunate that it's being done. This inaugural is being held today on Rajiv Ji's birthday, and we are also celebrating the centenary of Hebar. Our art institutions, particularly the three branches of the National Gallery of Modern Art, are doing excellent work in popularization of modern and contemporary art, and the government is providing them full support in their endeavors. In the past 6 months, I have reviewed the issues facing these organizations several times and have advised the Secretary and the Ministry to provide fullest support to these institutions in such a manner that will help them achieve their full potential. These institutions are quite so different from the usual government departments. They serve a different purpose and also have different needs. Their functioning must reflect these differences. The NGMA facilities have grown several times in the past couple of years. The NGMA Delhi witnessed a 6 to 7-fold expansion of its gallery space. NGMA Bangalore is a new branch that is about 2.5 years old. Initially, there were problems relating to manpower shortage, and I'm happy that a number of new posts have now been created and are being filled up. This gives us the right opportunity to make a change, a transition, and use these new posts for attracting the best talent to take the art movement forward. I'm aware of the expectations of the artist community as well as the general public, and to meet these, a lot of imagination is called for in getting the right people, people who are able to contribute, though they may not be interested in a permanent career in government. We need to attract the right professionals, and we need people who will add value by their association and will do things and projects that are spectacular. There is a symbiotic relationship between these institutions and the art community, and this relationship must be nurtured so that art can be brought closer to the people, because that is where it must belong. In opening the branches at Mumbai and Bangalore, the government had envisaged that the total collection of the NGMA Delhi will be enriched by adding artworks through a variety of mechanisms such as medium and long-term loans, donations of artworks by collectors, possessors, creators, and so on. for secure storage, restoration facilities, etc. And I'm sure that these are being addressed. While all institutions have their own ambience, their specific architectures and utilization of